and it is my honor and pleasure to introduce the fearless leader of our family and a guy that we just love to death and would follow him anywhere. New head coach of Michigan State football, Mel Tucker.
Fearless leader, huh? Don't call me that before. It comes out. Wow, thank you. First, I'd like to thank Athletic Director Beekman, President Stanley, Board of Trustees, and all of the Spartan supporters who made today possible for me. I have prepared remarks so I don't keep you here all day. I don't write them down. We can go for a while. But this is a special time for me. This is an incredible moment, and I just want to thank everyone for being here today. I'll try to be brief. I just want to touch on a couple of things real quick. Three things, actually. Gratitude, responsibility, and loving Spartan football. The first is gratitude, and in that I have to thank God. It's hard to describe how blessed and honored I feel to be back home in Michigan State, where I began my coaching career in 1997 with the great Nick Saban. The outpouring of support that the Spartan Nation has shown me and my family over the past 12 hours has been overwhelming. I want to thank many, many people. I would love to do that, but I promise I'm not going to wear you out. Thank you to the team involved in the coaching search. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. As each of you know, and I know that you respect, it was very hard for me to leave Colorado. But thank you for never giving up on me and for your confidence in me to lead one of the finest football programs in America. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the people who were truly responsible for me being here today, standing in front of you today. My family, my mom Brenda, who taught me to be a lifelong learner, and my dad Mel Sr., who was a true football dad. Thank you for always putting me and my brothers first, and for showing me what real love and sacrifice is all about. To my wife JoJo and my sons Joseph, who's Pooh, and Christian, who's Baby. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You're my true north, and you make it all worth it. The second is responsibility. You know, we hear a lot about what coaches might have a secret sauce to win. You know, who they work for, what coaching tree they came from. Well, to me, there's no secret sauce. It's just people who taught me the responsibilities that we have as coaches. I've I've had the privilege of being mentored by some of the very best coaches in the profession, some of the very best. I can't mention all of them because we'll be here all day. But from my playing career with Barry Alvarez, the Godfather, to working with Nick Saban, not once but 3 times, and to Coach Trussell, Coach Jim Trussell, and Romeo Cannell. These men shaped me, and they shaped my coaching path. They not only taught me the X's and the O's, but they taught me the intangibles of creating a winning mindset and a winning culture. The responsibility and importance of hard work, humility, accountability, and having a serving mindset, and to love the game. To love the game. That brings me to number 3. You have to love it. You have to love it. Anyone who knows me knows that I love the game of football. Football's given me everything I have. And I love people who love the game. I love people who love the game. My players, coaches, fans, media, if you love it, I'll probably like you. We play it, we coach it, we watch it, we cover it, because we absolutely love it. So today, I'm excited about Michigan State football because I love football here, right here. We have a strong and rich history of under coaches like Biggie Munn, Duffy Daugherty, winning national championships. Coach Saban taking us to the Citrus Bowl, and more recently appearances in the college football playoffs, the Rose Bowl, and 3 Big Ten championships. That's pretty strong. I love the positives of the Michigan State football legacy. I could not be more fired up about being part of this culture. This is a winning culture, and creating a winning future here in football. I'm excited. I promise you that we will do everything to prepare, practice, and play relentless and accountable football with toughness and integrity. We will do that. We have much to live up to and much to prove. And I believe the time is right now. The time is now. Gratitude, responsibility, and loving Spartan football. With that, I just want to say thank you again. To all of you here, thank you. To all of our fans, and to the media who made it here on short notice. Thank you for your time and being here to support us. Thank you so much. Without you, we couldn't get it done. Can't do it without you. So with that, like I said, I'll be short. I'll open it up to a friendly Q&A.
At this point for game both sides, raise your hand, we'll get to
And then
as many as you want. Yeah.
Mel, thinking back to 1997, over here, thinking back to 1997 and 1998, could you ever envision yourself back here after this career you had leading this program?
You know, I hoped. My dream was to come back here and be the head coach. That was my dream. You know, when you work for a guy like Nick Saban, and you see him do it, you know, you can't help but to aspire to be able to be in that position one day and do that. So this is certainly a dream come true for me. To be back here, the time has gone very fast. It seems like just yesterday that I was here. $400 a month as a GA sleeping under my desk. I tried to always make sure that when Nick Saban walked past the GA office, I was there, coming and going. You could hear him shaking that change in his pocket, coming down the hall, and you knew Coach Saban was coming down the deal. I was right there at attention. So, yes, it's special. You know, and I don't take it lightly. I cherish this opportunity. Thank you for that question.
Coach, speak up over here.
Coach, this fall, what should fans expect to see on the field? What is Coach Tucker's style?
Yeah, first we'll be best condition. And that's the foundation of our program. Our program is built in the weight room. We'll play with great technique and fundamentals. We'll play smart. We won't beat ourselves. That's the goal. We'll play fast. Both sides of the ball and special teams. Players play fastest when they know what they're doing. And last but not least, you know, we'll play physical football. It's that's really the name of the game. And that's what Michigan State football has always been about. Hard-nosed physical football.
Larry?
Mel right here. Got the same haircut.
I used to have hair.
Can you take us through the timeline from when Michigan State first reached out to you to, you know, finally agreeing, I'm going to do this, and just kind of take us through some of the details along the way?
I'll do my best. It's been a little bit of a blur. But late last week, Michigan State showed interest. And I had interest as well. Strong interest, very strong interest. And throughout the process, you know, I decided that it was time for me to take a step back from the process. And obviously, there were other great candidates, and the search continued. It circled back to me. I want to say it was probably on maybe Monday morning with my representation. And, you know, ultimately, sometime late last night, it was apparent to me that I needed to be here. That's kind of how it went down.
Mel, over here. Obviously, as you said, it's been a blur the last few days or the last week. Can you describe what you were wrestling with when you first seemed to commit back to Colorado and then came back to Michigan State? What changed there, and what were you wrestling with during that time?
Yeah, you know, everything, you know, has a process, and I'm very deliberate about, you know, how I go about my business and how I evaluate things, professionally and personally. And leaving Colorado was probably It's actually the toughest thing that I've ever done in my career, in my life, actually. And so, but this is the right time for me to be here. You know, that's really what it comes down to. You know, the commitment is here. The resources are here. The want to. The leadership is here. Everything is here. Everything we need is here right now to get done what we need to get done. And so, although we all have to make tough decisions at times, this was certainly one of them. It was the right decision. And there's no doubt in my mind about that.
Right here in the middle, Coach. Anybody that watched you play knew you loved the game physically, but you love it as a student of it. I'm curious, this is the school that broke the color barrier. What does it mean to come back here and lead that program that 60 years ago changed college football?
It's an honor and it's a privilege, quite frankly. And I feel extremely blessed to have this opportunity. And we're going to make the most of it. We're going to give it everything we have every day. We owe it. I owe it to myself. I owe it to my family, players, all of us in the room here, and all of the great people that have come here before us. Great players in the past and great coaches. This is a program that has a rich, storied history and tradition of excellence, diversity, and there's very few places like this in America.
Matt, for your mouth.
Antoine mentioned the team meeting earlier and how intense that was. I was wondering what your message was to the guys that are here already, and how quickly would you like to get the staffing figured out so you can start moving forward?
Yeah, the message, kind of in a nutshell, is that we're all in this thing together. I have your back, and we're going to support you, myself and my staff. And it's not going to be easy. We're going to work really hard. We're going to have a culture of accountability, sense of urgency, attention to detail, unselfishness, relentless attitude, competition, and it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. And we're going to do it, and we're going to do it together. Every single person, every single player is important in our program. Everyone's got a clean slate at this point with me, and we're going to move forward from this point, as a football team. And these guys, we need to graduate. We need to graduate our players, and we spent a significant amount of time talking about that. First and foremost, we're here to get an education. We're here to get a degree. We want to help you launch your career after football. And obviously, my job is to get your first job. Whether it's the National Football League, more often than that, it's in the real world. And this is a great place to launch that career. So those were some of the things that we touched upon. Thank you for that question.
Jim?
Mel, Jim Comparoni, SpartanMac.com. What are your impressions of the way Michigan State has grown since you were here on the inside in 1998. I'm interested in your observations since you've come back and looked around a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't got the entire tour. It certainly looks different than it looked in 1997, 1998. It's very impressive to me. When I walked in, when we walked in today, I felt something different. I felt something special. I felt there was an energy, there was a vibe, there was a positive environment that's conducive to reaching your full potential. And I think environment and expectations are the two main factors in becoming successful. And the environment here is tremendous with the support. Everyone is supporting one another, and the expectations, like we talked about earlier, have always been high. Okay, and they continue to be that. So this is truly one of the great coaching opportunities in football.
Stephen?
Obviously, the timing was unique on both sides of this. I'm curious, first, what are your next steps in the next week or two, and are there any challenges of taking a job like this at this time? Again, what's the time?
Well, we have to put together a staff, and I told the players I can't guarantee that I'm going to bring in every guru or some football genius, X and O guy. We want to bring in first and foremost coaches of tremendous character, that are great role models for our players, family guys that care about young men. And they're going to treat our young men as their own children, their own family. And so that's a big part of what we'll be doing in the next few days. And I can assure you, there's no shortage of great coaches out there who want to be here with me and with these young men. So, and then we're getting ready for spring ball. So there's a strength and conditioning aspect of it, and a program of running and lifting and preparing ourselves so we can compete in spring ball. And then, I've got to get to know my peers. I've got to get to know players, coaches, everyone in our university community here, and I'm really looking forward to that.